I don't know why some people are frowning against long prayers. I watched a video where a pastor said, if you are praying long, it means you are jobless. And I heard another one that said, long prayer doesn't matter. Well, it does matter because it's not just a written doctrine. We saw Jesus living the life of long prayer. We saw Jesus praying. In fact, if there should be anybody that shouldn't pray long, it's Jesus. Jesus, number one, is God, and Jesus himself had done 40 days and 40 nights. So if that is all that mattered, he wouldn't need to pray long any other time. But through the scriptures, we saw Jesus not just living a life of prayer, but talking about prayer. My house should be called a house of prayer. Men ought to pray and not to faint. Jesus did not just talk about prayer, he lived a life of prayer. We saw Jesus several times leaving the multitudes to a secluded place to pray, and not just to pray short prayer, he prayed extensively. We even saw when Jesus was close to his point of arrest and he took Peter, James, and John to pray. While he was praying, he came back, found them sleeping, and he said to them, "Can't you just pray with me for 1 hour?" I mean, 1 hour. 1 hour is not short. And we didn't just see Jesus saying that and ending the prayer. He left them 3 times to return back to pray. And then they came back and woke them, and they were on their way. Long prayer is an important ingredient for our spiritual life. It stirs up the gifts of God in us. It energizes our spirit. It helps us to intercede extensively for our lives and the lives of others. It exercises everything that involves our spirit man. Long prayer is not just a thing for pastors or prayer warriors. Long prayer is for everybody. And I know sometimes it is difficult, and that is why many of us are making excuses for it. But you see, you can actually discipline your flesh to agree to a period of prayer. You know, our flesh loves pleasure, and one of the things that the flesh loves is to chill, is to rest, is to sleep. It doesn't love excessive drill, and one of the spiritual drill we have is prayer. So the flesh, above all, hates anything that is even spiritual, so it will not allow you to pray. But you see, the same way you can condition your flesh to fast. Some of us, I'm not even talking about religious fast. Some of us just choose not to eat for maybe health reasons. The same way you can condition your flesh not to eat for certain hours or certain days. Some of us, because of medical reasons, we abandon certain food. The same way you can condition your flesh to stop eating those things. The same way you can condition your flesh not to do certain things that you know is not good for you. It's the same way you can condition this flesh to pray long. Prayer is like this old ancient generator. You will need to use your hand to draw the rope several times to start. But the moment it starts, it's no longer about you. It keeps functioning, and then you can rest. So sometimes prayer needs that extra effort and that extra push. But the moment the spirit takes over, you will just relax, and then it will be on cruise control. So long prayer is for everybody. It's not for few. It's not for those that want to fight demons. It is for everybody, because through prayer we exercise everything that concerns our spirit man. Jude 1:20 says, "Build up your spirit man upon your most holy faith by praying in the Holy Ghost." So prayer is important, and long prayer is an advantage to a Christian.